The following is a feature presentation of SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network.
Coming into the off-season, both the AFC and NFC North had 3 teams in the playoffs. Well, now all 3 AFC North teams are what remains in the AFC playoff picture, and meanwhile in the NFC, only the Packers remain to carry that division, as it's only the division champions left standing in the NFC, and so they have to start picking each other off one by one. And the Packers, well, they don't have a very easy opponent to take on, as they have to battle against the Philadelphia Eagles, a team they're quite familiar with thanks to their Week 1 match down in Brazil. But now, it's in Green Bay's territory, and we'll see if Green Bay will come through the victory just like they did back then. Welcome, everybody, to the second of our Divisional Round games here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. Hello, everybody. I am your host and broadcaster, Joe. I'd like to apologize if our broadcast yesterday and today picked up me not sounding all that great. I'm actually kind of getting over a slight cold, so you'll forgive me if I don't sound quite optimal, either in the way that I talk or the way that I sound. But that's just the way that it is when you have to move around all the time to try and get to all these different games that we broadcast here, specifically for you. Not to mention, just life has a way of sneaking things in like that. But you know who didn't sneak their way into the playoffs? Either the Eagles or the Packers. Both teams doing pretty well for themselves this season. Philadelphia started out a little bit slow, but they managed to come through. And meanwhile, Green Bay has pretty much been on top of this thing since the start. It was a big fight in the NFC North between them, Chicago, and Detroit on who was going to come through winning this division. Well, it ended up being the Green Bay Packers, and now they get to play their first game against the Eagles, a team who they did beat back in Week 1. That was the Brazil game, the second game of the season, but it was but they barely won it, 34-31. And meanwhile, this Eagles team, well, you got to wonder, is it rest versus rust? The Packers did play the Bears to get the NFC North crown back in Week 18, and then the Eagles had to play them last week for the wild card round in order to have the chance to play the Packers this week. So that's quite the silly little coincidence. The last opponent both of these teams played being Chicago, but now they got to play each other. The winner will be moving on to the NFC Championship, which the Packers have not done so since 2020 with Aaron Rodgers, where they went up against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Meanwhile, the Eagles, the last time they were in the NFC Championship game, well, it was 2 years ago, which was the year they won that over the San Francisco 49ers, where they got to go to Tecmo Super Bowl 57, which they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, there's no Chiefs anymore, so now it's anybody's season to win. Anybody could be lifting up the virtual Lombardi this year. And, well, it might as well be one of these two teams. Why not? The question, though, on everybody's mind in Philly camp is, who is going to be their running back? Well, I got some good news to answer for you on that front, Eagles fans. It is Saquon Barkley. He is healthy again. He's back from injury, so he is in the starting lineup for the Eagles. Both these teams have a fully healthy starting roster. Eagles and Packers, a big fight to go on to the NFC Championship game. Who will it be? We will find out soon. We're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we'll take you down to Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the start of the NFC Divisional Round. And here we are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The Eagles will call tails. It's actually going to be heads, so the Packers will be the ones to elect to return. So Keyshawn Nixon going to return the kick from Jake Elliott. And here we go in the NFC Divisional Round. Nixon will take that from the 7 and get up to the 14. Let's take a look at the Packers starting offense. Jordan Love in his second year as the full starter for Green Bay, but his 5th year out of Utah State. Not exactly a school you expect to see a elite QB from, but Jordan Love has proven himself to be pretty good. Josh Jacobs, the running back for Green Bay, is lining up behind Love. Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, and Romeo Doubs are the 3 wide receivers that Love can throw to, and if he doesn't like any of those targets, he's also got Luke Musgrave, the tight end, who's lining up on the line alongside Josh Myers, Elton Jenkins, rookie Jordan Morgan out of Arizona, Rasheed Walker, and Zach Tom. Matt LaFleur, his 6th year as the head coach of the Packers, and the 3rd year offensive coordinator is Adam Stenovich. 1st and 10 for the Packers offense. Love dropping back. Looking for an open man. Throwing to Christian Watson. And it's picked off! Reed Blankenship of the Eagles intercepts the pass from Love. And so the Eagles going to be starting the ball. First play is a turnover. That's how it started yesterday. Saquon Barkley going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look at that Eagles starting offense, though. Jalen Hurts in his 5th year out of college. This time, in his case, it's Oklahoma. But Hurts in his 4th year as the full starter for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley, the running back right behind him, acquired him from the Giants in the offseason. He was a free agent. Jahan Dotson, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith are the wide receivers for Philadelphia. Meanwhile, Dallas Goedert, the tight end for the Eagles. He'll be lining up on the line alongside Cam Jurgens, Mekhi Becton, Tyler Steen, Jordan Mailata, and Lane Johnson. Nick Sirianni, the 4th year head coach for the Eagles, and the offensive coordinator is Kellen Moore. Second and 10 for the Eagles. A toss for Saquon, who's going to run along the far side. And he's going to get further. He's still going. And he's down around the 3-yard line, it looks like. 1st and goal on the 3. Men in motion for Philadelphia. Hurts going to take it himself, and he's got the touchdown up the gut. So the Eagles strike first with a touchdown. And Green Bay going to have to try and get that interception out of their mind. Jordan Love in particular. And that extra point is blocked! So it's going to be 6-0 instead of 7-0. Keyshawn Nixon will be back to return this. He'll take it from the 3. And he'll get up to the 10. Let's take a look at that Eagles defense that got the interception off of Jordan Love in the last Packers drive. Milton Williams, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter are your defensive linemen. Josh Sweat, Nakobe Dean, and Bryce Huff are the linebackers, alongside Quinion Mitchell, the rookie out of Toledo, looking to bring some action to the Eagles defense. Isaiah Rodgers and Darius Slay are the corners for Philadelphia. And meanwhile, at the safety positions, you have Reed Blankenship, who got the interception, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, and the special teams coordinator in his 4th year is Michael Clay. 1st and 10, Pack on their own 10. Men in motion for Green Bay. Love going to rush forward, breaking tackles, but he's taken down by Nakobe Dean. So 2nd and 12. Love going to drop back. Has plenty of open room. Throwing to his right for Romeo Doubs, who's got this one easily. Avoiding a tackle. Still going as he gets in Eagles territory. And he's going to be taken down around the 24, it looks like. Great work there by the Packers. Jacobs going to get the toss. And he's going to be breaking a tackle and down around the 6. 1st and goal at the 6. Looking for somebody open. Tossing for Jacobs. And he's going to get taken down for the loss of 6. 2nd and goal on the 12. Love dropping back. Going to throw this one to his right for Luke Musgrave. And he's got the touchdown here. Musgrave evens the score.
And hopefully for the Packers, Braden Narveson's kick goes through for the lead. Kick on the way is up, and doinks off the left upright, but it is good. 7-6 Packers. Rodgers will be back to return. This is Isaiah Rodgers. Interesting fact, both the Eagles and Packers employ a defensive player to do their kick and punt returns. Or their kick returns anyway. Let's take a look at the Packers defense. Speaking of, Preston Smith, Darryl Slayton, and Kenny Clark are the defensive linemen for Green Bay. At the linebacker positions, you have Isaiah McDuffie, Keyshawn Nixon, Quay Walker, and Rashawn Gary. Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes are the corners for Green Bay. And meanwhile, at the safety positions, you have rookie Javon Bullard out of Georgia and Xavier McKinney, who's from Alabama, interestingly enough. Jeff Hafley, the first-year defensive coordinator for Green Bay, and the special teams coordinator is Rich Bisaccia. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts going to play action. Looking and throwing for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 20. Barkley going to get the toss, and he's going to get taken back 4 yards. So, 3rd and 14. Hurts going to throw this one to his left for Devonta Smith, and he's got the first down. He gets back up after diving for it, and he's down around the 42 of the Packers. So, Philadelphia driving down the field. Barkley going to try and take this along the far side, but he's taken back 3 yards to the 45. 2nd and 13. Hurts dropping back, going to get wrapped up, avoids getting sacked. Gets it off in time, unfortunately not able to connect. Hurts looks and throws over the middle for Goddard. And Goddard not quite able to get a first down. So they're going to go with the field goal on this 4th and 3. Jake Elliott to kick this one from about 53 yards out. It's on the way and it's good. So 9-7 is your score right now. But that can easily change. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nixon going to take this from about the 7. And taken down around the 14, and that is unfortunate. Nixon getting a little bit cramped up. So they're going to go with Emmanuel Wilson to come in at kick and punt returns. 1st and 10. Love dropping back, throwing to his left for Jaden Reed, and it's incomplete. Deflected away. 2nd and 10. Love dropping back. For an open man, throwing to his left for Watson, and it is intercepted again. Reed Blankenship yet again. And it was again the same target of Christian Watson. Hurts in shotgun, tries to run forward here. Avoids a tackle, still going, and he has got the score. First play of the drive, and it's just a Jalen Hurts scramble for a touchdown. So now the Eagles get to extend their lead even further. Elliott kick on the way is good. So it's a 9-point game. Wilson will be back to return for Green Bay. He'll take it from the goal line. Gonna get up to the 10, breaking at the 11, breaking another one around the 13, but taken down at the 14 right after. 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Men in motion. Love tosses for Jacobs. Jacobs running along the far side. And down around the 20. 2nd and 4. 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. Toss for Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has been their big off-season acquisition as he gets the first down here. So 1st and 10 at the 25. Matt LaFleur has plenty of experience dealing with Eagles defenses. He used to be on offense. He used to be an offensive coach for Washington as Romeo Doubs gets a big gain to the 22. And that's how we're going to end the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Packers in Eagles territory just outside the red zone. Throw for Christian Watson. This time he gets the connection. A first down at the 3. Man in motion to Love's right. Love going to give it to Jacobs, and he's got the score. Touchdown, Pack! Go, Pack, go. So, with this extra point attempt by Braden Arveson, the rookie out of North Carolina State, NC State Wolfpack kick goes up, and it's good, so the Packers only trailing by 2 now. Isaiah Rodgers will be back to return this. He'll be from about the 5. He'll get up to the 15. Now to the 20. So that's where he'll stop. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Hurts in shotgun. Stepping back a little before he runs forward. Getting wrapped up. Kenny Clark with the sack. 2nd and 14. Hurts tosses for Barkley. And Barkley going to get taken back even further. So 3rd and 19 following that loss of 5. Hurts stepping back. Runs forward, but TJ Slayton there to take him back even further. Now losing 7 on that one. So they got to punt it. So this is Braden Mann, who's punting out of his own end zone. And Emmanuel Wilson going to take this from the 40. Gets up to the 44 before he's taken down. 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Love tosses for Jacobs. Josh Jacobs going to run along the far side. He's gotten into the Philly territory, and he's just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1. Love hands it off to Jacobs. He's got the 1st down easily. Breaking a tackle, still going. Look at this man run. The former Raider. Which is interesting because Devontae Adams, a former Packer, plays for the Raiders. Love going to get wrapped up, and he is taken down by Bryce Huff. 2nd and 18 for Green Bay. Love dropping back. Looking for an open Christian Watson to his left, and he's got him! Touchdown Packers! And Green Bay taking the lead now, following the touchdown. After 2 interceptions by Reed Blankenship whenever Love was trying to throw to Watson, on the 2nd throw following the interceptions, it's a touchdown. So Isaiah Rodgers is going to take this from about the 4 or 5 yard line, about the 1 or his goal line, and he's going to get to the 30 and down at the 32. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Hurts going to hand this off. No play action, but the defense isn't fooled. Quay Walker there with the sack for 11 yards. 2nd and 21. Shotgun formation for Hurts. He gets it off just in time to avoid being sacked, but it's deflected. Looks like that was heading left for Jahan Dotson, the former commander who the Eagles traded for in the preseason. Hurts going to throw this to his right for A.J. Brown, who leaps up to grab this one. And he's got the 1st down easily in Green Bay territory. 1st and 10 on the Packers 40. Hurts stepping back, throwing to his right for A.J. Brown yet again, and he's got him in the red zone, but taken down at the 18. He got wrapped up as soon as he grabbed it. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for Hurts, and he's taken back yet again. Quay Walker with another sack. Packers only lead by 5, so if the Eagles score a touchdown, they will take this lead. Barkley going to run this one up the far side. And down, I think he's short. He is short, so they will say it is 3rd and inches. Hurts in shotgun formation, getting taken down yet again. Quay Walker with the hat trick. Just in this quarter alone, he got 3 sacks on Hurts. So this 35-yard field goal by Elliott is on the way. And so now the Eagles trail by 2. So Wilson will be back to return this one. With just over 2 minutes to go, we'll take it from the 4. Gets up to the 15 and down to the 17. 1st and 10. Man in motion to Love's right. Love dropping back. Gonna try and run forward now with it. Taking it himself past the line of scrimmage and past the 1st down marker. Down around the 33 or 34, and the Packers gonna call their 1st time out. Jordan Love can scramble if given the opportunity. Love stepping back, and he's gonna get sacked by Jalen Carter. Taking him back 8 yards, and the Packers gonna call their 2nd time out. 1:40 to go. Love stepping back. Gotta find somebody. This one going over the middle. He's looking for Christian Watson. Incomplete. And there were some green helmets in the area, so you gotta be careful there. Third and very long. Love. Gonna try and throw this one, but it's deflected. Hard to tell who that was going for. But the Packers will be forced to punt. So, Daniel Whelan, the punter. Britton Covey, the punt returner. He'll take it from the 8 and down at the 24. First and 10 for the Eagles, men in motion. Hurts hands it off to Barkley, who doesn't get very far, only got about 1 yard. First timeout called by Philadelphia. Man in motion to the left of Hurts. Hurts going to toss this one to Barkley. And he's taken down. 3rd and 7. Men in motion. Hurts. Play action, and he is sacked. Quay Walker, a 4th sack before halftime. More likely than you think. So the Eagles going to be forced to punt this one themselves. Braden Mann punting it. And Wilson will be back to return. This will be the last thing that we see in this half. As Wilson going to take it from the 20 up to the 30 and down to the 31. And that is going to do it for the first half. Packers with a 2-point lead. Fortunately for Eagles fans, they will be getting the ball back to start halftime. A reminder to you all that we got 2 more matchups in the divisional round for this weekend. First, an actual divisional matchup in the divisional round as Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns head across the state of Ohio to take on Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Then, we have an old matchup of the pre-Texans NFC West as Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons head out west to California to take on Brock Purdy and the 49ers. That's coming up for you tomorrow and Monday, our 2 divisional round games that have yet to be played here on SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network. And so, the Packers will be kicking it off. Isaiah Rodgers to return it, and he'll take it from about a yard or maybe 2 deep in his own end zone, getting up to the 15 and up to the 20, still going. Up, not anymore. Down to the 23. I thought he had a little more gas in the tank there. Hurts in shotgun formation. Looking and throwing to his left for Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert got the first down. I'm sure Cowboys fans not happy to hear a man named Dallas helping out the Eagles. As Hurts going to hand this one off to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to keep on going before he's taken down around the 32. How about the season Barkley has been having for Philadelphia? He hasn't put up numbers like this for the Giants, and Quay Walker going to get the first sack of the second half. That's 5 on the day for him. Hurts in shotgun formation. Looking for somebody open, throwing to his left, and it's intercepted by Xavier McKinney, the strong safety. And a toss for Josh Jacobs to start the second half of play for Green Bay. Gets the first down. 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Love looking and throwing it to his left for Christian Watson, but he overthrew him. And it doesn't look like Watson knew the ball was going his way because he didn't leap up for it. 2nd and 10. Love looking and going to try and run forward, but Milton Williams there with the sack. 3rd and 17. Men in motion for Green Bay. Love looking for somebody. Throwing to his left for Jordan Reed. And he does not get far enough. Only got about 10. So the Packers forced to punt this one. Whelan punts it. Britton Covey back to return it. And that's going to be a touchback as he's in the end zone. 1st and 10 Eagles. Shotgun formation for Hurts. And he is going to try to throw this to his left, but incomplete. Looked like that was for Saquon, but there were some yellow helmets in the area. Hurts stepping back on the 2nd and 10, and he's going to get taken down. TJ Slayton with a sack on him. How about this defense that has been making life not so fun for Jalen Hurts? Play action by Hurts. Throwing to his left for A.J. Brown. It's intercepted again! This time it's Eric Stokes with the pick, and it's in Philly territory. Love tosses for Jacobs. And how about Green Bay's defense today? Gets them to the 4, and Jacobs gets it to the 14. 1st and 10, Pack. Love tosses for Jacobs yet again. And he's taken down around the 12. So, gain of only 2. 2nd and 8. Hand off to Jacobs. Runs it up the middle. And he's got the touchdown here. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs gets the credit for it. Both these teams with great off-season acquisitions of running backs that have been helping them out throughout the season. But the Packers are the ones in the lead by 9 points, 28-19. Rodgers will be back to return this for Philadelphia. And I do not mean Aaron, I mean Isaiah. And he is going to get up to about the 23. 1st and 10. Eagles. Hurts stepping back. Looking and throwing to his right for A.J. Brown, who dives for it but can't quite get it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Eagles' offense has not really been firing on all cylinders today. But Saquon going to try and change that as he runs along the near side. Still going. And down at the 46. When in doubt, give it to Saquon, I guess. 1st and 10. Hurts going to give it to Saquon. And he's got the first down yet again, which is in Packers territory, and he's down at the 31. 1st and 10, Philadelphia. Man in motion to the left of Hurts. Stepping back, looking for someone open. Throwing to his left for Jahan Dotson, who leaps up to grab this one at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for Philadelphia. Hurts stepping back, looking for somebody open, throwing to his left for Smith, and he's got the touchdown! Devonta Smith. And he helps the Eagles pull within 1 score of the Packers. And the extra point by Elliott on the way is good. 28-26 is your score right now. So Emmanuel Wilson will be back to return this. He'll take it from the 3. Gets up to the 10. 15 now. And down around the 19. 1st and 10. That's where this drive is starting, is the 19 of the Packers. Love stepping back. Tries to throw it, but it's deflected. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Man in motion to Love's right. Dropping back. Looking for someone open. Throwing to his right for Romeo Doubs. And Doubs! Can he? Could he? Will he? He will not. Going to be stopped at the 16. But still an amazingly long pass. And run after the catch. As Jacobs going to get breaking a tackle, and he's through on the near sideline for the touchdown. And that's how we're going to end the 3rd quarter, with the Packers extending their lead even further. And so, following the Braden Narveson extra point here, which is good, we have a 35-26 game going into the 4th quarter. Isaiah Rodgers back to return. Eagles need to score, and score quickly. And Rodgers going to run along the near side, back towards the middle, and down at the 19. 1st and 10, Philly. On their own 19-yard line. Hand off, no, play action. Throwing for Devonta Smith to his left, and Devonta Smith is in Packers territory by the time he gets this one. He's still going, and he's down at the 22 now. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia in very good Packers territory. Barkley going to get this one, run up the middle, run up the far side, and down at the 9. Men in motion on this 1st and goal. Hurts, play action, looking for an open A.J. Brown for the touchdown for the Eagles. They did, in fact, score quickly. So it's a 35-32 game. If Elliott's kick goes through, it'll be 35-33. So do you go with the onside kick attempt, or just kick it deep and hope your defense can hold it? They are going to kick it deep. And Emmanuel Wilson will take this from about the 6. And he'll take it to the 21. 1st and 10. And in motion to Love's right. Defense needs to come through like it did in the first quarter for the Eagles. As Jacobs going to run this one up to the 28 for the gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Love stepping back. Looking and throwing to the left for Jaden Reed, and he's got the first down and more into Eagles territory after avoiding a tackle, but down at the 36. Couldn't quite avoid them forever. 1st and 10. Love tosses for Jacobs, running along the near side, and Josh Jacobs going to fight for every last yard he can get down at the 19. 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10, Green Bay. Love hands it off to Jacobs. And Jacobs going to get stripped. He fumbles it. It's bouncing around. Who's going to pick it up? It's picked up by the Eagles. And they get it to their own 20. I couldn't quite see who exactly got it, but Philly's got some life in him still. Hurts looking for an open man. Going to throw this for a screen pass for Barkley. He's going to run along the far sideline. And he's going to get to the first down marker. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Hurts in shotgun formation. Looking for somebody open. Gonna throw this to the left for Dallas Goedert. He's got it. He's got the first down too. And a little bit of extra cheese on it. No offense to the Packers fans watching. 1st and 10. Throw to the left for Devonta Smith. And he's got this one despite a little bit of coverage. Into Packers territory for the first down. 1st and 10 on the Packers 36. Hurts looking, waiting, throwing to the middle for Dallas Goedert, and he is taken down. So 1st and 10 at the 26. Hurts dropping back a little, throwing over the middle, but it's deflected and incomplete. Now they don't need to score a touchdown. They are in field goal range. That's all that matters. Hurts going to toss this one for Saquon Barkley. And Barkley not going to get very far, only gained about 1. Eagles going to call their first timeout. They just need to score a field goal at the very least, and they will take the lead. Hurts play action. Throwing to his right for A.J. Brown. He's got the first down. He's saying, yeah, I know we need a field goal, but I want to try and score this myself. Plus, it wastes some time, so 1st and 10. Just a long, sustained drive is all they need. Play action by Hurts. Throwing to his left, and that one nearly intercepted. Oh, it is intercepted! Eric Stone fumbled the ball! It's picked up by the Eagles! And they're going to score the touchdown! Dallas Goedert! What a series of events that was! And so the extra point by Elliott on the way is good! It's a 5-point game! Can the Packers work with this? Back when Aaron Rodgers was quarterback, maybe, but can Jordan Love have the comeback game of his life? Love dropping back on this 1st and 10. Gonna throw it to his left for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this to about the 26. So they're gonna call their first timeout. They gotta get down the field, and they have to score a touchdown. An extra point, a field goal will not do them any good. Jacobs gonna get to the 31 for a gain of 4. And they'll call their second timeout. This is going to be an exciting one, folks. It is tense. Jacobs going to get the handoff. And he's only going to get about 4. Jacobs' fumble is what allowed the Eagles to take the lead in the first place. Love hands it off to Jacobs again. Running along the near side. Still going. He's into Eagles territory. Down around the 42. They have no more timeouts. 45 seconds to go. Love going to toss this for Jacobs, who's running along the far side, and he gets about 5 yards. 30 seconds to go. They have to score a touchdown. Love dropping back. Gotta find someone. Throwing to his left for Christian Watson. He's got him, and he's down around the 18. They got time for maybe one more play. Perhaps 2 if it's fast enough. Love tosses for Jacobs, and he's gonna get taken down behind the line. They have 1 play left. This is it. Game on the line. To toss it for Josh Jacobs, and he's short. He's behind the line of scrimmage, and the Eagles fully eliminate the NFC North from the playoffs. And that will do it. The Eagles will be moving on to the NFC Championship game. The question is, will they be hosting their fellow Bird team in the Falcons? Or will they be going out west to San Francisco like their fellow Bird team is doing this weekend? We'll find out on Monday after that game. Either way, the Packers fans going to be disappointed with how that turns out. But the Eagles come away with it 40-35, and here's hoping for them that they can continue their success. And that is going to do it for us here today. A reminder to you all, we got 2 games left this week. We got the Browns and the Bengals tomorrow, and on Monday, we got the Falcons and the 49ers. Join us for both of those games, won't you? For all of us here at SVGN, the Sports Video Game Network, I'm your host, Joe, saying good night, everybody!